We just purchased two of these brother MFC J480 DW printers. They were $59. It duplexes and has a lot of nice features. So I'm going to unbox it because we just released a lot of new products for the brother printers. We have sublimation ink, pigment ink. We have dye-based ink, which is the ink that the printer comes with, refillable cartridges, and now we release what we call the add-on. You can buy a set of refillable cartridges and later on decide, gee, I should have bought the black tower. Well, we sell you everything. You hook it right up to our refillable cartridges. You now have the black tower ink refill system. Or let's say you buy it. You bought a system. You say, gee, I really don't like the ones with the hose. I just like refillables. Take the hoses off, use the ink, you've lost nothing. So this is what we call a two-in-one product. Now it's brand new, haven't even put in their cartridges, which I recommend you do. You'll always put their cartridges in and do a couple nozzle tests to make sure everything's working. Then take them out. You can save them because they are refillable. We'll show you, we have videos. So you have a lot of pluses with these brother printers. They have everything. They're small, they open up, they have little feeders. Just an awesome scanner. It does every function that a $150 printer can do. Has paper tray, takes photo paper. It's just awesome. So go look at inkproducts.com for all the new products that we do sell for these new brother printers, because we have them all. MFC J88 or 885 DW, that's one we have. Just was the MFC J985 DW. They take a little bit different cartridge. They take the LC20E. They are high capacity black cartridge in there. So we have everything for that. And we have one more that I want to show you. This one does 11 by 17. MFC J442, or actually it's a 4420 DW. It also takes the LC203, 205, and 207. But this is the one that takes 11 by 17. Has every feature. It's around 150, and maybe as high as 200. But I bought ours for 149. Actually, I bought two of them. So that's if you need 11 by 17. Okay, now I've got their cartridges, and I'm going to save these orange clips because I'm going to use these just to set up the printer. Then I'll take them out, put them in the orange clip, and I'll put the refillables in. Close it up. Wants me to put the paper tray in. It's going to wait. Now it's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes to prime up the print head. It's completed what it did. Now it says press start, which I do. It's going to print out a nozzle pattern. Then once I print a couple of sheets, I'll put the orange clips back on their cartridge and put them away. I save them for in case I had to do troubleshooting. Okay, it came out. Everything looks good. So now I can go along and put the refillables in. Now, when you get the Black Tower system, we have these little plugs in the top. That's for when we prime them. Now when you get refillables, the plugs look differently. But if we converted the refillables, we have a special, we call a compression ring that goes in these holes, and that's where the hose goes into. You know, if you want to. Or if you had the hose, all you have to do is take that out of there. And then you allow air to go into that cartridge. So I'll run a couple of sheets, and then I'll put the refillables in. I took these out of another Brother printer. And it was automatically checked to receive information. I don't want to do that. I always put, I don't want to receive it. You don't want to do any automatic updates. You only do that if you have a problem. Don't, because they're going to go in, it tells you right there, they're going to go in and check your printer every so often. And if they discover you're using aftermarket, they may shut down that particular product. So I would not do that. Now, if you've already loaded your printer, then go back where you can turn that off, because you can. Fillables, and I put the orange clips back on the Brothers. Now there again, we have a kit that shows you how to fill these. So you might want to do that, just save them. I would not throw them away. The chips on the top can be reset if you need to. We have a chip resetter. But there's our refillables in. Now there again, if I wanted to, and I bought our add-on kit later on, it comes with the safety catch, so you can put it right next to the printer. We just run the hose right into those cartridges, and the door is going to shut. So it's very easy to do. I definitely like the Brothers a lot more than I like Epson. I like Canon. I like some of the HPs. But this Brother, I think, is just awesome. For the size of it, what it does, it'll even work from your smartphones. $59. Can't beat it. And they give you a big cartridge, not these little tiny cartridges that Epson gives you with no ink in them. Gonna close this up. Okay, now I go over here, and it shows full ink. So now I'll start to print some stuff out. Running a couple of copies. I'm going to be running some more. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to hook up this add-on kit, should you ever want to do it. Or just buy, it's actually a little bit less expensive if you buy just the Black Tower already done for you. But like I said later on, perfect. Now like I said, I ran about 5 or 10 of these already. It's fairly fast, does an excellent job. Now that was from the Brother ink. This is our ink. Right on. This is American made ink. I can guarantee this will not clog a printhead. I test this ink all the time. We own every printer we sell a product for. So when you buy one of our products, we've used it, we've tested it, we know it works, and these are built right here in the USA by us with American made ink. Now we purchase products from all over the world so we can build this. But all these products that we assemble, we quality check. Look at this. Awesome. Now it'll show up, say that they're out of ink, take them out, you fill them up, ink level goes right back up. Not like the nonsense you get with the Epsons. And some of the new Epsons, we can't even make a clone chip for it. They completely locked it out. So that's why I definitely think you should go and look at these Brother printers. You get this add-on Black Tower that you can add on to the refillables that we sell you. It comes with the little compression rings. It comes pre-filled with the ink. Now we have them pre-filled with pigment ink. If you bought pigmented refillable cartridges, I use that. Sublimation or the standard factory dye-based ink. Now the black is pigmented, but all the colors in the Brother are dye-based. So you want to get yourself a little clip so you can fold it on the hose so the ink doesn't come out as you're putting it in the cartridges. And I'll show you in this video. It's fairly simple. You got a little elbow right there at the edge. You're going to take that off, that little cap off, and it's going to push right into the cartridges. So I'll set it up and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now I got them all set up here. Now because I just took it out of the box, I'm going to balance that isobaric chamber, which is very important. There's the safety catch. you'll peel it, stick the bottles right to the side of the printer, and this way they can't get knocked over. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. Okay, now I just balanced it, it's all fill. Now, what I like to do is I'll open up the yellow, and then I'll take the yellow cap off, and I'll watch the ink run. When it gets right to the end, or close, then I don't have to prime anything. Then I'll take it off and get it prepared to go in there. But before you take that off, you have to put the black clip on. Got to fold this hose to clip it. But I didn't do it yet because, you see, I want the ink to come all the way down as far as it could. A little bit of air in the hose like that, you don't have to prime it. It's going to go into the cartridge and it's going to go to the top, and that's not going to hurt anything. That's an air brake, we call that. So nothing's going to happen. So like I said, you're going to put the little compression collars over the elbows, and they're going to go in that hole right there, and they're going to expand. Now here's one that we built, that we send, you know, then you get it, you know. You can see what we do? There's the collars, they're already in there. Very simple to do. Now this one, we put the round plugs in, but I'm upgrading the refillables, which are, by the way, same cartridges. But in the refillables, we put these little type of tabs because they're easier to take out, and you got to refill them. All the plugs, I don't have that on there yet, and I started by taking the cap off the magenta. You can see how far it's come up. See? I think that's enough. And I'll do all of them the same way. Now, if you want to get a little closer, go ahead, but remember, you're going to get some ink on your fingers if you do. So that's good enough. Like I said, you can go up a little bit more. It's up to you. And then when they're all up there that as far as you want, then you're going to put that on and put these caps back in. Then you can put these into your cartridges. On that black, I was really living dangerous there. I didn't want to get it all over my fingers. Now I put all these plugs back in. I'm going to fold that hose and get yourself one of these paper clips. It's just like you do with the garden hose. You're going to fold it and clip it off. This way, as you do these one at a time, you're not going to get ink all over the cartridges and you. But I told you in the beginning, don't go too far. I think if I would have stopped the way the yellow was, it would have been okay. But the black, I went a little bit too much. But let's see how much ink I get on myself. It's not going to hurt anything. Bracket. I've got them coming out, come up, wrap around and go out. Now I can fold that and put that clip back on. Now that's really important because it helps control the flow of ink. So ink can't flow back so easy. That's a double loop. On some of them we use it, some of them we don't have to use it. Like on some of the manufacturers, you won't see that on the side. I like to use it on the Brother. It seems to work quite well. And I pushed it down, just like that. Now I'll do the cyan next, the yellow and the black. Cyan now. I just put it on there. I'm going to get right over that hole, and then I'll be able to push it right down in there. There you go. Get it. As soon as you know it's right, then you can push it. So there, I did 2 so far. Then we'll straighten the hose out. I want them to come out just like that. It's going to come out the side of the, when we close it. Now save these, because you can use them should you lose or break one of them, or if you ever had to plug up these for storage or whatever, hang on to those. So now I can take this off and see it ran right on in. Pretty much primes itself. Okay, now we'll go put them in. Cartridge colors. So what I want to do, I want to push it in and I want to see that color go out. then you know it's locked in. Now remember, they were already in, so we know they were working. Okay. Now I'll come over here, and I'm going to line up and close the door. Then I'm going to add this little bracket that helps that door stay closed. That's going to go right on the side over here. That's where I want to put it. A little lip on that door when you close it, and this catches it. So if you open it, that's how you can open it up. But you want to make sure that's locked in. That comes out that way. Now what you want to do, come over here, and I'm going to say no. So I got to push 2. And then all the colors come back up and I show full. That's how simple it was. Now I'll run a couple, but before I do that, this is extremely important. You can put it next to the printer, but you make sure these little vent plugs are open. That's very important. If you don't, you'll starve the printhead, and you could actually damage the printhead because there's no air going in. See, even the brother cartridges, air has to go into them from the work. There you go. Now, if you see a little air in the line, like here, please pay no attention to it. It'll go away, and it's not going to hurt anything. So now I'll go start to print some stuff out. Normal, vivid. Every now and then, though, I'm going to run it in better quality. I want to keep that printhead filled with ink. There's a cavity in there. I call it a cavity. And every now and then, never run it in draft, ever. And then when you run it normal, vivid. That helps. And then sometimes best. This set as normal. I've done all of these. Like I said, this is heavy graphics. I have 90% ink coverage on a sheet. Now, still no lines or stripes or anything like that. Usually when you get them, you're set your quality way too low. So that's how simple it was to use refillables. Or later on, if you want to have a black tower, you can now buy the add-on. Now, if I was to run a cleaning, you'll see that ink get pulled up in there. And I just want to show you the ink move. So that's why I did this. Normally you wouldn't have to, just leave it alone. Because you see you have ink here and air there. That's called a air brake. So ink here won't go backwards, and obviously that won't come forward. But when it gets pulled in, then yes, then it'll do that. There it goes, look at that. See what I'm saying? There you go. And a lot of people, you know, really get worked up over that little bit of air. So I always point it out in the video. Don't panic, it's fine. So go to inkproducts.com and see all the latest products we have for the new Brother printers, which, by the way, we rate 5 stars. And it doesn't matter if you have LC 201, 203, 207, or the new EO2. It doesn't matter. We cover them all.